and good evening.
There we go.
Man, this thing can start, hey?
Hello, everyone. Traditional Saturday, blah, blah, blah. I'm absolutely knackered. I've had my mother's surprise 80th party this afternoon, and it was as wild as a party for an 80-year-old woman is. But there we go. So we have these wonderful people with me as standard intros and where people can find you and whatnot. Bill's distracted. Pete, do you want to go first?
Okay, yeah. My name's Feenix. My channel is called Feenix 102. I've got another channel as well called Nooby Doo Gaming, which is a gaming channel. And I've got an art page on Instagram, which is Feenix 102. So that's who I am. That's where I can be found.
Good times. Bill jumping in.
Yeah, so I'm NinjaBill, NinjaBill Reviews. You can find me on YouTube as NinjaBill Reviews. You can also find me on Facebook as Shinobi Biru. I also have an awesome group on Facebook called Shinobi Studios, Transformers, and More, where you can post just about any genre or I should say franchise that you collect on. You can make posts on that and whatnot. And really, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah. Yep. So, and hello everyone, and thanks for letting me in there.
As always, subscribe to NinjaBill because for some reason you're criminally undersubscribed, and because it's impolite not to do the same for everyone, subscribe to Feenix. There we go.
There you go.
I don't know if we're getting Mike with us this evening. Good old Balucious. He may or may not, or if he's just going to be in the chat. Oh, hang on. We got Washbook Show. Here we go. And good old Red Dwarf quotes. Tremendous.
Good evening.
So for anyone in the Americas or whatever who don't know, so let me get this straight. You want to fly on a magic carpet to see the king of the potato people and plead with him for your freedom? And you're telling me you're completely sane? Quarantine. Absolutely fantastic episode. Well played. Good to see you.
Probably one of the best, I would say.
It is. It is. Mr. Flibble, or Fwibble, sorry.
Mr.
Fantastic.
Flibble, yes.
I don't know if Bill's up to date with Red Dwarf. It's. I don't know how well it did in America, but there you go.
Well, they remade it for the States.
Yeah,
didn't
let's
they?
not speak of the abominations. The American remakes.
No, it's not exactly the same.
Hey, I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah, it's okay. So should we get into the news?
We Americans tend to, take stuff and turn it into crap.
I think we do the similar sort of thing with a couple of things, but goddamn, some of yours is just Sorry, right. Let's go for some news. Okay, we all ready? We all ready? 3 views already. What the hell is going on? Right. Okay. So there is pre-order on RoboSen auto-converting Megatron. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks good. It's not something I personally am going to grab, but it looks good.
It does look nice, to be fair.
Yep, it's the Siege Earthrise mold, only done in RoboSen style, and it looks good. I enjoy the transformation sequence when they showed it off. I was like, okay, that's actually really, really nice, But again, it's not something I'm going to pick up because I'm not interested in the RoboSen. If people are, by all means, pick them up. It's just not in for my collection.
Mm-hmm.
$900.
Yeah, that's the main reason it's not for my collection because I am not spending $900.
It's all very pretty of how it transforms and everything. It stands up and it's all very pretty. But that's not Megatron. I'm sorry. It's this horrible thing in my head. It's like if you want to be this G1 accurate, he's not a tank. And I know they can't do him as a gun, but still it bothers me. It's like you've done your best to make him accurate, but you made him accurate to something that he isn't. It's bothers me.
Yes, essentially, that's a good way.
Well, see, here's my thing: is for me, okay, I love G1. All right, don't get me wrong. I love G1 Megatron. Don't get me wrong, but as a handheld firearm, I have never felt he was that intimidating. All right, he just wasn't. Now, when they decided let's go with a tank form for Megatron, I was like, okay, now that I can see. That I can see because, sure, guy comes at you with a handheld firearm, absolutely dangerous, absolutely. I'm not even going to try to argue. But then you see somebody rolling on you with a freaking tank. I mean, yeah. And you're scared out of your damned mind for life.
The thing is, he didn't really need to transform, pretty much ever. Really, he was bad. He was dangerous enough as he was. When he transformed, it was more like, okay, I'm going to condense and pinpoint. I'm going to fuck one person in particular. Who's it going to be? And it was just like, whoever gets hit by that isn't walking away, and that was kind of the threat of it. It wasn't like, I'm just going to attack everyone. It's like, okay, this is just going to be like word of God, just strike you down.
Yeah, there is that aspect to it. I'd never thought of it like that, to be honest.
It's Balucious, yeah.
All right, lad.
It is very
Hey, Mike.
I
hope you're doing well, Mike. I really do. Love you, brother, and we hope you're doing really, really well.
But it's one of those. It might be a perfectly good thing, and it'll probably tickle a lot of people's pickles, and good for them. It just, at the minute, I don't like it being a tank. I'm not a huge fan of him being a helicopter, although I think I prefer it to a tank. Just, I don't know. It's just me. It's probably just
what
me.
Was he a helicopter in then? Armada or something?
He's kind of a helicopter.
Animated, yeah. He's sort of an Osprey type deal,
like a VTOL kind of thing.
Oh, in the new thing.
Animated.
Yeah, and he was a helicopter in animated.
Yeah, well, more like I said, more like an Osprey type deal. He was a helicopter. I mean,
just like VTOL and.
He's sort of a blend of both. Not now in Earth, he is more of an Osprey than he was in others. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this is just not for me, which just means that there's one more out there for somebody else to grab.
There's one more to clog up the shelves. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. What else we got? Okay, there is Commanders Decepticon and Revenge of the Fallen 15th Autobot multi-packs leaked listings. Okay. So, Generations with Decepticon Commander 3-pack that includes Starscream, Shockwave, and Soundwave Voyagers, with mentions of this as a possible follow-up to the Nemesis Bridge from Takara. What?
I have a feeling it's going to be in more anime style colors, which cartoon colors, which is a thing, and it's going to be along the same lines of that recent 5-pack that was introduced, that is out now to folks if you want to pick that up. But I mean, and if you missed out on those figures from before, I have a feeling Shockwave is going to be a Siege repaint. I have a feeling the Soundwave is going to be the Netflix Soundwave. I think that's probably a Netflix Soundwave repaint, and the Screamer is probably going to be the
Earthrise.
The Earthrise mold, which you all know I have a great love for.
Yeah.
So,
Revenge of the Fallen Autobot multi-pack, Leader Jetfire, Voyager Optimus Prime, and 2 deluxes to be revealed.
I have a feeling they're going to be either Ironhide, Jazz, or Bumblebee.
Well, if this is Revenge of the Fallen, it would be what? Jolt or Volt, whatever it is.
Yeah, it could be.
So if they're the ones,
I think Bumblebee's always a good shout, isn't he? Because he's kind of the face of the fucking franchise.
So if they've got Jetfire and Optimus, theoretically that would be when they got combined at the end of the film.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Jolt kind of electrocutes them both to have the parts attach, and so
yeah,
it
that
might-
makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't Q, was it? It was Ratchet. Because Q was Dark of the Moon. So it could be Ratchet and Jolt or Volt or whatever his name is. There we go. See? Mike knows.
Jolt and Ratchet. Yeah, it could be. It could be.
It could be. It's dealer's choice. It could be anything. Anything else on this? No? Right. Okey pokey. What have we got? Missing Link Bumblebee.
Yeah, I saw that. So it's the G1 toy, let's say mini bot, but now with articulation and an accessory, and I dig it.
And
I probably won't pick it up, but I dig it.
Cliff
There's a
Jumper.
Cliff Jumper.
And I think there's at least one or two more. There might be like a hubcap or something. I think.
Yeah,
Or is that
yeah, that's it so far. CO3 and CO4. Yeah.
But yeah, they could do a glyph. They could do all sorts with this because it's easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah. And Gold Bug, etc. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think they're great. I do. It's not something I'm going to pick up. But again,
if it's the size of the original, it's like that big. You
Yeah.
know? So if
It's
that
mini
big,
bot.
it's got all the articulation, it clamps down into this little block. You could carry that around in your pocket. That'd be an excellent pocket toy. It just depends how expensive it is.
uh-huh.
If it was cheap, yeah, great, stick it in your pocket, but not sure how that's going to be. It doesn't seem to say a price, I think.
No, they probably don't.
Don't see one.
So, excuse me, sorry, my throat's been horrible. Right. Masterpiece Movie 15 Brawl. Or I'm pretty sure the box might actually say Devastator. Because of that annoying thing in the film.
I like this. I like this character. And the leader class toy was amazing. If not, the transformation was a little bit hokey here and there, but the leader class toy was amazing. I have one in desert camo of him, and I don't think I need to pick up the masterpiece of this guy. I like that one just fine, but he does look really, really good. I gotta admit, Brawl was one of my favorites from the film. So, even though he didn't have a lot of screen time, I dig it.
Graham.
Hey, Graham.
Hey, Graham.
How you doing? I just kind of I can't take a lot of the Decepticons from that film seriously because they basically got killed by humans. It's a bit, I know it's not necessarily their fault.
Yeah,
it's the script, but
I guess. Again, I didn't really think of it that way, but
I've always said, because there were weapons and ammunition even back when Transformers first came out in the 80s, but nothing like we have. So the use of new weapons to injure these guys, wasn't that big of a cop out, but at the same time, I'm thinking, because we all know from Generation 1 the Cybertonium, blah, blah, blah. They were in the comics, they were practically impervious to and such. So I get where a lot of people come from. I get it, Chris.
well, it just kind of takes the threat out of them if humans can kill them. It's like, oh, okay. Oh no, there's like 3 Decepticons and we've got like 2,000 troops there with guns that can kill them. It's like, come on. I don't know. It's me being.
No, I totally get it. I totally get it.
I got this list twice. I think I have, so we'll get rid of that. There's not that much more news to be honest with you, but let's go through this. United Wave 3, Vector Prime, Hotshot, Sideburn, Nucleus, official images and stuff.
Vector might be an interesting pickup if I see. Look, this thing's talking about Wave 3? I haven't even seen Wave 1 on shelves yet, let alone worrying about Wave 3. I mean, so honestly, I would like to have this guy since my original got destroyed and is now gone. I didn't get that one back, so because I bought it twice because the first one got destroyed, and then as you guys know recently, a lot of my pigs gone, but recovered some thankfully. But
You got some back. Okay.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
You might find a knockoff at some point. Might check like AliExpress or something about 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Be like twice the size as well.
But I like Victor Prime here. I think he looks pretty good.
The thing
like
is, someone pointed out for this figure, like in one of the first things I saw about it, like nearly a week ago. It's a Jaxus remold.
Yep.
And that really kind of takes a little bit away from it.
It does.
Not a lot, but it does take away. Sideburn. We'll get to more pictures on Instagram and stuff. This I got the one for some reason. But we got Sideburn. Everyone wants Sideburn, don't they? Come on.
Yeah, but it's a trashy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't start off negatively on it. He looks pretty good, but that alt mode is just. If you want more of a Cybertronian feel for him, then this is the figure. Alt mode, then this is the figure to get. If you want a traditional Earth mode for him, go find the original Car Robots version, or what they call Robots in Disguise in 2001 version, and pick that up. All right, because this guy can be released in 3 flavors, right? So you got this one, you got a red version, and you've got a black and purple version. I mean, they can get some use out of this mold.
Exactly.
Yeah. So and expect it to happen too. I just can't look at his alt mode and see Sideburn. I can't do it. It's just not.
Well, apart from the box image there, they haven't got a decent picture here. But I know I've got some on Instagram, so we'll get to it. But
I don't really like the roof of the car as a shield or whatever the fuck. It's
I like that on the original too.
On the original, it sort of hung off one of the shoulders. It was like
I see. It's like a pauldron type of thing.
Yeah.
But you couldn't hold it separately. It was attached to
like,
the shoulder.
That's better than a shield, frankly. So.
Yeah.
It was kind of hinge it to the front, but you could also hinge it out the way. It was
And the front bumper, the front bumper, or was it the rear bumper? I think it was the front bumper became his bow blaster thing, and exhaust pipe became the missile, firing missile on it. Okay. Look, it wasn't the prettiest vehicle, and it wasn't the easiest to transform either, but it looked better than this.
Transform.
Yeah. So I don't know. If people want it, pick it up. Yeah.
Moving on.
I mean, it looks great in robot mode. Don't get me wrong. It's just that alt mode just
We have Hotshot.
Excellion.
Sorry, my throat's horrible. I apologize. I don't know how I feel about this one.
Very G2 looking.
I like it.
This is from the Cybertron cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, that's how he looked. But there's something off on this that I can't put my finger on. It doesn't quite look right. I loved the original Hotshot. I'm gutted I ever had to sell it. But
it looks the part. I mean, it really does. It reminds me. It does. I hope they do his upgraded version, with that
the big
APC. Yeah, the APC
thing,
version. Yeah. That was my favorite version of the mold of this character. But he looks good in both modes. He does. He looks good in both modes. But
I think it can be a mistake when they try and go too cartoony in the figures a little bit.
Well, this one's toy. This one's more toy.
I think they were one of the first ones where they were like fully like computer rather than
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I see. Right.
this looks very much like the model you'd see on television and the toy. I mean, they were almost identical. I mean, there was a lot of the tune inspired in the original toy, and I like it. I think it's I don't know what it is about this either. I think it's the wheels on the arms, the way they are.
well, the original was like that.
Oh, you're right. It was, wasn't it? Yeah,
See,
because the way he transformed.
I think on the original, you know, the hinges for the shoulders.
Yeah, well, they swung
It's
up.
like-
You
it's
flashed
like
them together. You swung the arms down, folded the
Yeah.
arms to the side, and then locked in the back. So, yeah, it's very much like the original.
Yeah, they did do the Siege Hound into Heart Shot, didn't they? Mike's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
The
pick up
original
that
on the
version.
hinges, they had circles, and inside there were like two smaller circles, like those guns built,
Mhm.
like in the shoulders. And I'm looking, and they're not on this, and it's making me think on the body they've got detail, but it doesn't look like the right detail.
Hmm.
So I don't know if there's something about that chest plate that's wrong. If that's what I'm catching, I don't know. I could find a picture of him, but
I mean, otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. If I spot it, I may pick it up. I don't know since I lost the original figure now. I don't know. Let me look up a picture of the original toy here.
that's a stream there.
Yeah.
See
There you
the
go.
shoulders and stuff. And this one's got the original had almost like hot rods
Missiles,
pipes molded
Yep.
inside
the doors, yeah.
So you had like guns built into the arms. This one, nothing.
The
Chest.
shoulders aren't as wide
There's just
in the
something.
new one.
off.
Well, the original had that gimmick on it where it had those swing up what
the
was it?
little blade things.
Yeah, little blades that
They've
came out
got
on the
that on
side.
this. It isn't a gimmick. You can just fold them out. It's still on it.
Oh, okay.
There are more pictures we'll Instagram in a minute, but
Right.
I think there's something about this body I think it's that chest plate that's getting me. Because, like I say, look at that.
Yeah, they were very stylized. I will say that. For the time, they were still very stylized, and that's a little more boxy. I think is what was throwing you off. That's more
It could
boxy
just
than
be
the
that.
original.
It could just be that. It could easily just be that. But yeah, I'm a petty little dick, and everyone knows it. So
It's that and the shoulders, I think. They seem much wider in the older one.
I'm not
Oh, they
sure.
were.
I'm not sure if it's a slightly brighter color as well. But that could
Yeah, slightly greener.
yeah, but that could just be the pictures. It might not be like that in real life.
Could be.
So
Could be.
we'll have to see.
Hmm.
But we'll see. I don't want to, because I would like this to be a good figure, because I like the shot figure, but
Yeah, and I would like a Cybertron Defense hot shot update, and not a reuse of an old mode. I would like an actual update, but that won't happen. Well, it might, but I doubt it.
do you want to see the best figure that they've released?
Okay.
Go on.
This thing's just Nucleus or whatever it is.
I have no idea what that is.
It's some crappy Rocklord thing. I don't know.
He's very white.
Why does he have jet thrusters on his end
No
of his
idea.
weapon?
I've no idea. I think you can use them and put them on other things, but from what I can gather, it's basically just the boulder or whatever it was, the grey one they've already done,
Uh-huh.
but in white with a different head and this thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I did see pictures of the alt mode of this, and it looked ridiculous. I don't know. I'm not into the Rock Wardens thing. I'm not.
One of the first times I saw it like shared on Facebook and stuff, I was straight into the comments with the GIF. It's like, what the hell is that? just what? I don't know what the hell this thing's supposed to be. It looks bloody awful. I don't know. Anyone in the peanut gallery got any opinions on these?
If you're in on them, you're in on them, and we're happy for you. Because as far as I can tell, the three of us right now are not going to pick this up. So more for you guys.
I'm not sold on it.
If you folks out there want to send a couple of these, Chris Uglywretch's way, by all means do so.
Yeah, just do you want me to put them in the wish list so people can try and make me try and enjoy them? Because I can't see that.
There you go.
There we go. Mike, sorry, Graham's not interested. There you go.
Yeah.
It's
not for me.
It's not supposed to be like Solitaire from the GoBots. The girl one with the pointy ear horns and stuff. I assume it's supposed to be like a character or something, but who the hell is it? I've got no attachment to this at all. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah, I'm not in on it either.
Yeah. Well, off to good old Dencio. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where are we up to with this?
Right.
I think
so. Let's talk about Transformers 1 while we see the image right there. Let's talk about it a little bit. Okay. So, shall I start this off?
Yeah, sure.
So, here's my opinion, folks. I don't have one yet. It's a trailer, and here's the thing, folks. And we all know this, all right? Trailers tend to they tend to make trailers out of cut content, all right? It's happened so often that I'm surprised folks make an opinion on trailers are just to get people involved to bring them into the theaters, right? So they show you the best scenes, which may or may not be in the film. I can almost guarantee that 90% of the time, something you see on a trailer is not in a film because it's cut content. So I have not formed an opinion on this. My second thing about this is I think because the Transformers brand itself is starting to stagnate, all right? It's starting to stagnate. They need to bring in fresh new audiences, and this is one way to do it. So, I mean, look at what happened the last time. The live-action films, whether you like them or hate them, all right, it refreshed the franchise, all right? It brought new life to the franchise. A lot of the figures we're getting now, it owes itself to, the live-action films because, it generated interest again. This is what this film is probably meant to do, is to generate new interest, bring in new fans, all in all to sell more toys, right? I mean, come on, this is what Hasbro's done since the very beginning. So,
yes, indeed.
If older fans don't like it, and by the way, yes, I've seen about every negative post there is so far, and everyone's bashing it. They either hate it or they like it. I'm not going to form an opinion. I'm just not. Because again, we need the franchise is stagnating. We need to inject it with more. I'm not sure what they're going to spend the money on because they sure aren't spending a lot of it on the figures. We can tell from the quality, right? I'm glad they're making the characters and bringing us the characters we wanted, but there again, I'm not sure how to feel about it. I've just not made up my mind. And I've given Talk Raw, he and I had a discussion on Facebook, and he has his opinion, I have mine. I don't disregard his opinions because they're just as valuable as anybody else's. He's argued points and counterpoints to my arguments, and I appreciate that. That's what makes things interesting. A good argument can be one of discussion, and that's what the two of us were doing. We discussed. We have different opinions on this and our views on this and how things work. and that's good. He disagrees with my opinion on it, and that's okay. I just wanted it when he comes, because he does actually watch our show from time to time. So
really,
yeah, he does. And I enjoy his content as well. Go out and check out Transformers Talk Raw. So, folks.
cool.
I don't have an opinion on it other than that it will, refresh the franchise because again, the brand is stagnating. All right, it really is. You can talk about but look at all the toys they're making and all the merchandise they're selling, and it's not enough. It's stagnating. The only people who are really buying right now are us older fans. That's it. So, and the fans that were brought in with the live action films. All right, so it's stagnating. They need a fresh audience. They need new sales. This will generate those sales, and that's ultimately what it will be about.
Yeah.
Like it or hate it. There you go. That's my opinion. Anybody else?
Okay. Pete, you got an opinion?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks a little bit Star Warsy. The relationship between Mags and Orion. He's still Orion Pax, isn't he? In this?
I think.
So, I mean, and it's called Transformers 1. So if they make more of them, it could end up being like the Obi-Wan, Anakin.
It's definitely got the War Dawn feel. If you remember the original cartoon, that episode War Dawn, where the aerial bots go back in time, and meet Orion Pax and Alpha Trion and Elita One, and it's sort of that, but new spin on that. So it is what it is.
And one thing I absolutely can't argue is the stagnation element. I mean, that is the case. Even if new stuff comes out, it's usually the same couple of characters or just different molds repainted as.
Graham in chat said he'll give it a go, but he can always walk out if he doesn't like it. So
yeah, he did that when you were halfway through your little rant, and I didn't want to cut across you. So
yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be. I can't say whether it's going to be good or bad. My instinct is that it's probably not going to be great. I think it's going to be. It's clearly more comedic than we're used to from the franchise, I think. But apart from that, as Bill said, I mean, I think that's the way to treat it, really, is to hold back, sort of reserve judgment as much as you can until you see it, because we don't know.
Should I do Mike first? Should I do the Mike's response? No, it's got to be shit, and you're all stupid, and blah, blah. No, I'm not going to do a Mike. Sorry. It's very, very comedic, and what popped into my head, we were having a little discussion. We didn't want to have too much just before the stream started. It seems like one big SNL sketch to me. I think that's
and it very well could be. We just don't know, because that's the point of trailers. It's meant to attract attention.
Yeah,
right?
but the thing is, there are. I know you're saying a lot of films are made up of cut content trailers, but those are the key bits of the film. Like if you watch the trailer, you don't need to watch the film. There are quite a few like that. So
yes,
you never know which one you're going to get.
I won't contravene that. It's a valid point.
So they've advertised this since the first time it was announced as it's the first fully animated Transformers film since the original in 1986. I'm like, okay, so you're putting it on the coattails of 1986. Oh, big shoes to fill. Okay, let's see what you're going to do.
It's like the fucking Exorcist remake. Yeah. They made the same mistake.
It's.
I think I saw the Exorcist remake, so I can't speak to that.
they're big shoes to fill. It's a big shadow to climb out of, and it's just put me in the mind of a bad reboot. You know, like the recent RoboCop film, and you know, like they always reboot these films and make them more for like modern audiences, and they're always terrible.
Which brings up another point is you know there's a lot of old school TF fans who said, oh well, if we don't go, it's just gonna absolutely bomb, the whole franchise depends on us, blah blah. No, actually it doesn't, because you know how much money the live action films made. I mean, seriously, it's like it's an insane amount. It's like 800 billion worldwide total.
It's the live action films. The live action films didn't diverge from the main story as much as this seems to be.
Yeah.
Well,
the
tone and the plot changes, or the lore changes.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'd have been much happier if they'd have called it a GoBots film. I think they'd have
gotten you were saying about that.
So much easier. They'd have got off so much lighter if they'd have made it GoBots film instead of Orion and Megatron. They could have had Leader 1 and Psykill. Done. Yep. I'd have been ecstatic to see him on screen, even if it was a comedy, because GoBots was way more tongue in cheek than Transformers.
It was.
But then you could combine the franchise further down the line, maybe.
They could have been on their own little planet, and then towards the end of the film, they could have become in contact, and they could have been brought in. That would have been spectacular.
I can see that.
As they've done it, it kind of like, if this is what the Transformers are like, could you imagine what the GoBots in that universe would be? Ugh.
Well, unless they switch it.
Really, really campy, and that's how I remember the GoBots cartoon is campy. But again, I think this is they want to achieve, I think, ultimately one thing, which is to revive the franchise.
I'm not
I
trying
think
to
that's
say
what it's really about.
I'm not trying to say it's going to be a bad film, and I do agree with you that they always need to bring in the new fans and stuff. I understand all that. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad film. I'm just saying it might not necessarily be a film for me, or it might be one because I can enjoy a lot of these reboots if they just changed the name or said inspired by, like that modern RoboCop.
Yeah,
the modern RoboCop. If they called that something else and just said inspired by RoboCop, I'd have been okay with it.
I think they should have made that a Deus Ex film. Personally, it would have.
Mike's comment is actually.
Oh, I know. It's very polite. I thought he'd been a lot worse than that. But it's one of those, like, I don't know why they've got desperately to slap the label of something that's going to sell, and people are going to walk in and go, "No, it's not. That's not that. What are you talking about?" It just invites unfair comparison, because they're not going to match up. So
the thing is, criticism is usually louder than praise with films.
Yes, it's true.
The thing is, 1,000 people could go in and go, "That film was okay," and never speak of it again.
Yeah.
10 people could come out there and say that's crap, and they'll post 1,000 replies about it.
That's right.
It is what it is. It's just, it doesn't fill me with great expectations, so to speak. But it might be right. It might be absolute crap. We'll find out.
And the Star Wars angle as well is a strange one, I think. I mean, it kind of works a little bit, but I think there needs to be...
I'm not sure if
criticism.
I'm not sure that's the feel they were going for. I think
I'm sure you know what I mean.
I think maybe the animation style is fresh, but I can see where you think it's sort of the Star Wars, Clone Wars, Rebels type thing, more Rebels than anything else, animation style. I can see where you're coming from.
It's
there,
more the relationship, really. It reminded me of Anakin and Obi-Wan. Really.
Like, have I upset you, Master? Oh, you're an idiot. Why have you done this to me? Now we're both in trouble. Oh, dear. That kind of thing.
Basically, yeah.
I actually...
Then something definitive happens, and
I enjoyed those interactions.
Baby reindeer, fucking hell, that's heavy going, isn't it?
it brought life to more life to the characters than we really ever gotten in the live films of the Star Wars. The first three. So
At the time, didn't it?
True.
Yeah.
That is true.
And I say this with an honest and open heart that episodes 1, 2, and 3 were kind of crap, but the Clone Wars series, the animated one, was amazing.
I enjoyed a lot of that as well.
Yeah. So
I'm interested to see what the Revenge of the Sith moment is, if they make more than one of these, or unless it happens all in the same film.
That's something I was going to say as well. Sorry,
fucking
just cutting it. Them learning to transform was very Beast Machines. I'm not a fan of that.
I am transformed.
No, I'm waiting till Graham's gone because I know he likes Beast Machines.
I was not a fan of the Beast Machine series.
No, but Graham Collector 75 is, so I'm waiting till he leaves, and then I'm going to slag Beast Machines off before he comes back.
No, it wasn't terrible. It was just the concept, I think, was a bit too soon.
It was too Fern Gully. It was a bit too tree huggy. It preached a little too much.
So, yeah. I've never quite... I liked it. I'm not quite sure I enjoyed it. All right.
No.
So I didn't dislike the series.
Yeah, but you're a Gundam fan. You're used to that.
Yeah.
How many series have you watched? Crap, but you've watched them till the end.
Yeah, that's true. Valid point. You guys have no idea how valid that point is.
Fucking Seed.
I mean, go watch Stardust. Go watch Stardust Memory sometime, people.
Stardust. Yeah, I think you've mentioned that in the past, Bill.
I mean,
was it Iron Blood Orphans or Iron Bloody Orphans or that? God, that was horrid.
It's horrible, and I don't get why people love it so much, and yet it's a horrible series. It's a horrible.
Really upsets people. If you ever get into an argument with an IBO fan, they're talking about how great the Barbatos is. You can Google it. There's a quote from one of the people who wrote it. That because of how degraded the technology is, a standard GM equipped with non-beam weapons would kick its ass. That's how bad the technology is in that universe. So next time they start gobbing off, just throw that quote at them because they don't like it. Right. So we'll see. All right. We'll see. The Transformers 1, it might be okay. It's going to be a suck 'em and see situation. We've got to find out because we're not going to know until we see the damn thing.
Yep.
Right. Should we see if there's any better pictures
of
stuff?
Moving on, upwards and onwards.
Yes.
Indeed.
Out of the gutter. Right.
Put it into second gear. Yeah, I love that Magnetron. I haven't found it. But
hey, look, it's Optimus from Transformers 1. Fuck my life.
It looks a little squat to me. I'm sorry, but the figure does. I like the look of the alt mode. I actually do. I actually like that. Not everybody does, but I like the look of that.
It's a bit awkward.
The robot mode just feels squat to me. Maybe it's that pose, or maybe it's the way it's something about that.
He's a bit wide, I think, isn't he?
He doesn't feel complete. I don't know what more to say. That's how I feel about it. He doesn't feel complete. But
he's growing on me, actually, looking at him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice look. It's a new look. It's a nice look, but he just feels too small. He doesn't.
Well, this is probably the cheaper one. Then they'll have like a super duper leadery one with all this, that, and other gimmick and lights and sounds and crap.
True. The Studio Series one or something, maybe, I don't know. But
I'm not
I do like it. It feels kind of like a cross between an animated Optimus and War for Cybertron. Yeah, it's like they mashed the two together, and I actually like this. I do. I like how it looks.
I'll have to see a review or something and see how it gets on. I'm not sold so far. But what else we got? More craft. Orion Pack don't care. Ooh, Viacons. Are these guys supposed to be Viacons? Because
I'm assuming so.
These guys, I felt so sorry for these fellas. They just got abused non-stop.
Yeah, especially by Screamer, man.
Do you remember?
If you were a Viacon and you were on Starscream, you were guaranteed to get dead.
Well, there was one time when an Autobot or someone escaped from the Megatron's the ship that was in the air, and Megs just grabbed two of the Viacons and threw them after him. One turned into a plane, flew after him. One turned into a car and just fell.
They are the red shirts of the Transformers verse.
I've got 3 of the car ones because they were going cheap at one point, so I've got 3 of them. I absolutely love them.
I got 2, and they were the little Legends class ones from back in the day.
Oh no, I got the deluxes. They were going cheap at B&M.
I never could get my hands on any of those, but yeah, so I had to satisfy myself with the little, micron versions of.
If I get any money together and I can start sending things, I'll see if I can send you one. There you go.
Oh, that would be awesome. I only have the micron versions. I don't have the larger ones. But yeah, the Viacons really were the red shirts of Transformers lore.
But they had personality and stuff as well. That was the problem. So more pictures of the masterpiece. It looks all right. It just looks a bit overly busy, but it's a masterpiece. It's kind of meant to. He looks all right.
I dig it.
Where's the banner? Where's the banner? Let me find it. Can you dig it?
I can dig it. I can. That's flashbacks. Right.
What the hell is that?
It's a little stylized, but it's definitely a prime.
I don't think it transforms though. I think it's just a statue or something, but it looks cute enough. And
it would be fun to paint.
Yeah. Yellow Park Mini Optimus. I don't care about Yellow Park in the slightest. Super Mini Pla Union Clear version of the
Dino Megazord. Yeah.
I don't like clear versions of things, but that's personal preference. I like the Super Mini Plus stuff. It's just I don't like it when they get to you do this, but we'll take that out. We'll put a part in. I'm like, no, part swapping. What are you doing?
Yeah, I have a Super Jinrai Mini Plus clear version, and it's like it literally looks like an orange gummy.
Yeah,
it literally looks like an orange gummy. I think you've seen pictures of that.
Probably, yeah.
So, yeah. And as a matter of fact, I think that where I got the idea of an orange gum, it looking like an orange gummy, is from you. Actually, I think you commented on it.
What did I do now? Why am I always blamed for everything?
No. Actually, I don't think it was you. I think it was AC Kelshaw who used to,
I'm innocent for once.
Yeah. Said it reminds me of a gummy.
What else we got? There's a knockoff oversize of the Studio Series, I want to say Leader Class Optimus Primal, because its face is painted. So they've, doubled it?
Nice. OSKO? I get it.
Yeah. See, I got the Voyage.
Oversized knockoffs. It looks like you got an OSKO of Ravage in your arms there, Chris. Yeah.
Well, I got, bless her. I got the Voyager last week, I think it was. And
I saw you got that.
It's a nice figure, don't get me wrong, but the arms basically don't transform at all. And I've seen on these figures, or at least some figure, that they've got like the guns built into the arms and stuff. And that one, they could have done it, and they just haven't. And you're like, come on, guys. It's just, but hang on, there's more pictures here. There we go.
It looks nice.
Looks like he's doing a big push-up.
I have no idea what I'm looking at. Although that plastic looks nicer.
Cleaner back is what you're looking at.
Ah, okay.
See where there's panels on the Studio Series and it's missing on the KO? The back panels?
See, that's what I like about some of the knockoffs. They actually fix things that were wrong on the originals.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be all right. Someone's saying they want to turn it into A-Plane. Sure, whatever. Because I don't know why people are so obsessed with having an A-Plane, but there you go. Anyone got animated Voyager Prime?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the upgrade costs more than the actual figure.
They usually do.
It's a bit ridiculous where, the new animated Prime toy, right? You can go pick that up, and this costs almost twice as much as the figure. Well, not almost twice as much, but I gotta admit, the upgrade does make it look pretty nice.
There's probably more plastic in the upgrade kit than there is in the original figure. That's the problem, but
true.
It does make a difference. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I could not denying that in the least. It's supposed to be knocking over stuff. Pardon me. It does look nice. Don't get me wrong, but
no, it does.
Costs more than the actual figure. But you get a lot with it. That's the thing. You get a lot with it. So
Things in some episodes he does have the trailer in some of the episodes, and then the rest he just doesn't. You're like, well, hang on.
And not a single animated Prime of the period came with a trailer.
No, not one. Is this the modern Prowl with their upgrade kit? Because I'm guessing it's these people.
The Samurai Prowl.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just recently showed images of the original toy on my Facebook page.
Yeah, I reviewed it last year, I think.
Yeah,
6 months.
Yeah. It's a good toy. Good toy. It really is.
Thing is, even just the armor, the samurai armor version compared to the original, they made improvements on the original because they changed the hips. They fixed the hips on it. The original had these weird ball joints. If you fiddled with them too much, they popped off. That one, they put a more rounded ball joint with a
and the original suffered from a bit of the plastic was a bit brittle sometimes, depending on. So you had to be careful with it because the gold plastic was a bit brittle. It didn't suffer from GPS per se, but it was a little brittle.
But it does look nice, but depends if you can justify throwing that kind of money at it.
Yep.
Okay, what else we got? Okay, so here we got Vector Prime.
I'm not happy with the remold. I wish it would have been a new mold, but it does look good.
He's a little thin.
Yeah.
I think is the main concern. He looks very good, but
I mean, the original toy was an ultra class toy, and this is nowhere near that size.
He was stocky. I reviewed him again. I reviewed him not long back.
Yeah,
that's right.
But he was
and it doesn't even come with searchlight, and it doesn't even come with a searchlight. That's again Hasbro. If you're gonna re-release these figures that came with mini cons, do us a favor and give us the mini cons. You gave us Jolt in a recolor for a Hot Shot, all right? And I mean, come on. If you're going to release these figures, give us Searchlight. It's not that difficult. It really isn't, Hasbro.
There's your alt mode.
Yep. It invokes the original toy, but it misses out too. It's evocative of you.
That's where they've gone wrong. Hang on. See the shins here. They should remold them to have cogs and gears.
Yeah.
Because they've done it on other pieces here, but these wires are very G-axis.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is where he had those little fins on his legs. They've just popped. They've just popped them off and left the things there. They haven't cut them off.
Yeah.
That's unless it's They don't
For
seem
the
to be in that
arms.
picture, but they.
I
they
think they're
might be-
pegged for. Yeah, you peg the arms into it right there for the alt mode here, or the back wings. But again, it's evocative of the original toy and not the original toy at all.
But the original
I mean,
toy was, it would fill
Yeah.
this space in my hands. It was big and it
Oh, yeah.
had weight and
and,
gravitas.
and it was more angular than this
Yeah.
is. So
This
again,
is-
they use the Jaxus mold. They should have went with a new mold so they could, do a bit more with it. Because it's when you remold something, sometimes it's a hit, and sometimes it's not so much. And I think this is a not so much. Although people will buy it, and I see why they'll buy it. So and if I run across it, I'll probably pick it up too. I'm going to be honest about that.
It might be good. It might be. Again, this is a Transformers 1 situation. It might be a good figure, but I don't think it's going to stand up to the original because the original really set the bar high. Even these days, the bar's still high.
It was a great figure.
Yeah.
I wish I still had mine. It was
Upstairs.
a great figure.
I've got it. Right, let's move on. What else we got? Hot Shot. There we go.
Yeah. Speaking of Hot Shot, there we go. Or Celion, depending on what you want to call it, and I think it's okay. Doesn't have, one of the things is the weapon isn't quite the same.
I never liked the weapon.
Missing some molded details here and there, but overall I think he looks pretty good. He's a bit more blocky than the original, and that's one thing I think that's throwing you off, Chris, is especially in that chest.
It could be.
It's much more blocky than the original was. The original one had form to it. It was a stylized form, and this one is.
Well, I'm complaining about these things for the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Some third-party company or 3D printers just make tiny little things with the molding, with a tiny little peg on the back, and we'll just glue them into the pinholes. We'll just glue them on. That would do it. That would cover it. It would look right. I'd be happy. Because I love those little shoulder guns. For some reason, when I was younger, it was like very Gundam-esque. I'd love the little shoulder
guns. And it's in the animation. They're in the animation model. Yeah. They're missing on this one. They're clearly... see if I can bring up an image to share real quick.
And do you want me to find an image again?
Nope, I got it. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. And the inner arm guns, which aren't there anymore, which were very hot rod. There's just a few things that are missing, which I'm
Let's see, share screen. There we go.
Back.
There we go. So these right here is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So, right there in the animation model, and it's missing on this toy. So, in case people are wondering, and this new one doesn't even have they don't even have the arm cannon missile things. Doesn't even have it. Whereas the original toy, there you go. There's the original toy. It had them.
Yeah.
There's the things Chris is talking about right there. I mean, so, this was a decent toy. It had some articulation issues. It was sort of limited in articulation, but
it's still cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, it's there you go. There's the original toy. And look, right there is what he's talking about, and it's missing. And as you can see, it's much more angular. The torso is much more defined. You know, even though you had no waist swivel whatsoever. I mean, this was a brick right here.
But it was a great
brick. Yes. And the new one, it doesn't offer that.
It looks a little fragile.
This is one I hope they redo. That would be great. It was one of my favorite molds from Cybertron. Was the Cybertron Defense version. Loved it.
Yeah,
I mean, he looked so cool. Even in the animation model, he looked so cool. So yeah, it was a great bot. So let's hope they move.
Heavy arms. That's what it was.
This is what Hasbro gave us for the Cybertron Defense one, and it was crap. It didn't look nothing. It's evocative of the original toy, and that's slightly invocative. Slightly.
We have Mike. Hey.
So,
Hey, man.
hey, Mike. I hope you are doing well, brother, considering all that's happened. And I totally feel you, and I totally heart you, and I hope, I just have to say it. I pray for you, brother. I don't know what more to say than that.
Me for you as well, man. I know you're going through it. But, yeah. Whatever, I'm not here for a pity party. I just didn't want to miss out. Thanks. I know you're all thinking of me, and that's good.
Of course.
Appreciate it. And we'll leave it there, shall
There you go. I like the inclusion of the little pop-out wings, but on the original toy, weren't they a clear yellow plastic on the original
On the toy? I think they were. Here we go. Look at him. He's showing off already. Look at that.
There's the Cybertron Defense. Yep.
I
That's
tried to
another
say
one.
this to you. Look, I used the Perceptor Headmaster, Titan Master,
Uh-huh.
and I stuck that stupid rat bat on his back for Scar. Because I got an incomplete one. I had to do something with it.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
And then I got Double Dealer, so he's useless now.
So, all in all, I think this toy is very evocative of the original. I think it does. I like the alt mode. It's very, like I said, it's not quite as long as the original was. The original was long and sleek. This one is sort of stout and sleek. Sort of like a modern supercar type thing, But yeah, I like it. I think the torso is a little too blocky, honestly. I like the fact that they're going rather than if you go back a picture, go back one, the alt mode. See, like the original had a firing missile, which was this clear yellow as well. Yeah. So here they just painted part of it, silver there, and are going with it. I like the inclusion of a cyber defense key. I like that, or cyber key. Looks like the Earth cyber key. Oh, Velocity. You're right. It is a speed planet.
Location stuff.
Yep, it is a speed planet. They didn't bother painting it like they did original. That's sad, Hasbro.
It's probably going to stay in the box as far as I'm concerned, so I don't really care.
You're a shameless hussy for peddling this. Shameless hussy. There, I said it.
Things as much as I've complained, I'd still love to get. Honestly, I'd still love to have it.
Get it off your chest, Bill.
Peddling yourselves with these toys, you shameless hussy.
No, I'd still love to get hold of this thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's still going to remind me of a figure I used to have that I really wanted.
I just had a flashback to Lilo Lil in Bread. Anyone remember that?
Oh, my God. That's going back, man.
Yeah.
Bread, I had a small role in it.
I think this will be a win. I think this will be a win for most collectors. All they need to do is, because they gave us that, they sort of gave us that Cybertron Optimus Prime. They sort of did in the Siege remold, and it wasn't that successful. I picked it up. I own it. But honestly, I don't think it was a very successful, what they call it, Cybertron upgrade Optimus Prime, and it wasn't successful because I had the original Cybertron Optimus Prime, and that was a fantastic toy, and the upgrade one was half of what that toy was. So I don't know. Robosun, I gotta actually go, guys.
All right.
Okay,
What?
dude.
All right, Bill.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Yep.
Asshole turns up and the decent guy leaves.
I think you're all decent guys. So what are you talking about? Anyway, love you
Everyone,
all.
make sure you
Thanks,
subscribe
man.
to NinjaBill.
My heart goes out to you, man. My heart goes out to you.
Well, same
And then,
with
of
you.
course, Pete, you have a good one.
Yeah.
You too, man. Take it easy.
Take care. Do subscribe to the bell.
Always subscribe to Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this RoboSend thing, it's nice for people, but it's not for me.
The way he transforms looks like you could just take him out while he's doing it.
Yeah.
This is no good, is it?
But what about this one, Mike? You've got to have an opinion on this one.
I was looking at that and I thought, that looks weird enough. I might be interested. And then I saw the robot one. But what is that exactly? I mean, that just fascinates me. It's like something you'd find in Poundland in 2007.
Things they made vehicles with the rock.
It's like a fucking geode or something, isn't it?
Well,
It looks like a car that's gone that fast it started to melt.
Apparently, these are meant to be a sort of half-assed imagining of Transformers in the Inhumanoids universe.
Something, yeah, I heard something about it. It's crap, though.
I emphasise half-assed.
Yeah, I think that's being polite.
Yeah, but
I like the idea of rock taking the place of metal in a sense, but
I can get that because it's all based, isn't it? But,
it's all about how you pull it off, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they've done it lazy. I do like the little car class one. I like the look of that. They haven't done that very well either, but I like the idea. But now it's just not really.
I like the head. I do actually.
Yeah,
like
the head's good.
It's got a lot of personality to it, but the rest of it just looks crap.
If it wasn't white, I think it would look better.
That's my point. It looks like this is going to sound odd. It's going to sound odd, but it's something I said, so don't worry. It looks naked.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's exactly, apart from some of the add-on bits, it's exactly the same mold as the last one they did.
Yeah.
So they've got to do it a completely different colours, trying to go, look, no, it's not the same thing.
And that's their excuse now. It's a new figure because we made some extra bits that go on instead of
the colour.
Yeah. I get remold, but that's not even really it, is it?
I don't think it'd look that bad if it didn't just have random silver bits dotted throughout. Like, what's this?
I don't think it looks bad if we had some context, like some proper context. That vehicle mode looks like something they might run into once in Star Wars or something.
Looks like
from certain angles, it doesn't look too bad, but
looks like Doc Brown got stuck in Stone Age.
Together.
Now I could see that as a repainted into like Rumble and Frenzy. I'm not getting into which is the blue one, but with the wheels in the chest could be like the drums and the cassette,
the cassette wheels,
and things. You could kind of get away if you had some imagination and done a sound wave. Maybe out of that helicopter one. I don't know. There could be some sort of thing. I don't know. I reckon they've really fucking balls it with this.
This looks a little bit like a Doc Brown got stuck in the Stone Age.
Yeah. I like the head, though. You're right about that.
Yeah, the head is actually quite nice looking at it.
It's not very Transformers, but it's very Japanese.
It's kind of Day the Earth Stood Still a little bit, isn't it?
It's got it's a bit sort of Japanese robot with sort of medieval knight sort of thing. Chaos Warrior job. No. I don't know what it is, but I kind of like it.
But
now, if it's a video game, I'd love beating it up.
Oh, new things that are supposed to be coming. So there's the War for Cybertron or whatever it is, Decepticon Soldier, Steeljaw, Bumblebee.
Was that the one we looked at earlier?
I don't think so. Straxus, Springer,
not good,
and Skywarp.
No, it's a generic Seeker of some sort, isn't it? It's just called Seeker.
Smashing. Why not? Because it doesn't look like Skywarp with those colours at all, does it? No.
No, I didn't get Hotlink and think of him as Skywarp.
Hang on. I never. You know what? I pre-ordered the Hotlink. I pre-ordered the sound Skywarp, and then they cancelled it on me. When it was out. And sad times.
Bunch of assholes.
That was back when I was single and I could waste all my money on rubbish. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Oh,
Every night at the door.
Someone's heard my bitching about the Masterpiece Raiden set because there's an upgrade kit with a waist.
You were that concerned?
don't know
I'm
what
not
to
buying
say
the
to
damn
that.
thing. I don't care, but apparently apparently someone's been listening to me. I don't know why.
Oh, it's probably me.
Ah, all right. Thanks, Mike.
Nah, it
Can
wasn't.
you do upgrades for something in my price range?
Wait until I sell my house.
Yeah, it does look a hell of a lot better now. The waist, the body's been, strength, lengthened. So as it was like shoulders, hips, done. There's no body.
Sometimes when I wake up in the morning.
Has this replaced? Because there was one that basically made the hips and stuff. They had to take him out, or is he still in there? And this just
What's the story?
Can you be serious? We're talking toy robots. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, shit. Sorry. Keep some decorum around it. Sorry.
Sideburn. There we go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever.
That's the original. That's the cartoon model. That's crap. I mean, that's the figure. Great. Yeah, she looks nice. I can't wait to get hold of it.
Striker and it inside there. It's obviously trying to be both at the same time, but it's neither of them. So it can just be anyone.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
Yeah,
Bill voiced my thoughts earlier. I'd already decided I just want to get the original.
Yeah,
because I've got the silver one. Is it X-Brawn?
Yes, X-Brawn's quite a good figure.
It just harks back to a different time of engineering, and there's a bit of nostalgia in that. And
well, they were, I believe, originally a Japanese series, so they've got more of a Japanese engineering than the Western engineering.
Yeah,
I think that's why they're so different.
It's just interesting to look back in different eras of engineering and design and all. And
it's crap. That's not Sideburn. What the hell's that?
It looks like a knockoff, frankly.
Sideburn was a DC Cobra.
It does look cheap. I think. And it hasn't even got the flames. It has, but it hasn't.
Hardly. Like I say, Sideburn was a DC Cobra. His front was a nice, round, solid piece, not this bumpy whatever.
Dodge Viper, wasn't it?
Was Dodge Viper, sorry. Dodge Viper, not DC Cobra. What am I talking about? Dodge Viper, sorry.
No,
is this the crotch? Is this the crotch?
Yeah.
You'd just walk up to the front and start kicking him in the balls, wouldn't you? Could you imagine if you crashed?
We're getting back to that box thing now. I don't think they got balls.
Why'd you use your balls as a bumper? That doesn't make any sense to like, why?
Look, they're not like us.
I know, but it's what would be going in your head, wouldn't it? Using your balls.
Apparently.
But it is what it is.
This.
I always overthink. You're used to this by now.
Well, you think you'd have come up with something useful by now, then?
No. That's not part of the deal.
Oh, God forbid.
I know exactly what you mean.
That's not how this is played. See, it's got the bumper.
It looks like his head at the front.
Sorry?
The colour differences in the bumper bit, it looks more like his head than his crotch.
Yeah.
No, his head is actually where it was in the cartoon. It's in the...
It's basically inside where the seats are.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So you get the bumper on the end of the car.
Windscreen, though. He can only look up or down. No point in that. They homaged it, but it doesn't work.
See, that kind of looks like a dragster. I could imagine that being like a... what were the guys with the light up swords? The G2 ones. I could see it being like the hot rod guys. I can't remember what they're called.
Rods.
Something.
Laser rods.
something. Yeah,
I
I
loved
can
that Jolt and the gold plastic syndrome one.
yeah.
I loved them vehicle modes, and the robots are pretty cool as well.
Yeah, I got the pink one because it was awesome. But
I know any of them. I'd like
looks
to.
like the front of the car has rabbit teeth. Yeah, kinda. Hi, Blung, by the way. Just
What's your
how you
Blung?
doing? Hey.
Yay, Blung-ho!
But no, he looks like one of those little dragsters. You know, the big wheel at the back, the little one at the front, vague attempt at flames. I could get behind that, I guess. But
Me and Blung-ho are going to Mexico.
you and Blung are going to Mexico.
Yeah, we arranged it the other night. We didn't arrange it. We just agreed on it. We're going to
Fair
Mexico,
enough.
party in the desert on peyote and wild turkey.
I'm going to go and hit the Mexican dark markets and find me some awful KOs.
We might meet Beavis and Butthead's parents, well, fathers.
And comparison pictures between original Vector Prime and this thing. Doesn't stand up, does it? Look at the detail on this compared
I'd
to...
rather get the original again.
Yeah, the original's better.
Not to be a smug twat, I've got it. So
You bastard.
I know. I reviewed it not long ago.
It's alright, I'm going to be able to buy you soon. That's not true at all. I'm going to have a mortgage to pay off.
In Soviet Wales, I buy you. No, but look,
why buy a figure when you could buy the entire collector and his collector?
but look at just look at this.
It's so much better.
Compared to that.
I've got a Poundland knockoff that looks better than this G-Axis redo.
You know what the problem is? If for some reason I ever ended up owning this thing, I'd have to spend about 3 weeks painting the damn thing, and I don't want to have to keep painting things. That's just, I don't want to have to do it.
There's no, I mean, it doesn't really compare, does it?
No, not even slightly.
No, not at all, really.
I mean, the original one's gorgeous. I know it's like old and it's got its flaws, but look at this thing.
It still stands up, though. It still holds up. It's a cracking thing.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and I always wanted one. I should have got it when I had a chance. And I love that Minicon. That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, he's
and
quite nice.
pivotal in the show as well. He's very important in the show.
Yeah, I think he is.
It's a shit show, but yeah, well.
But I don't know. I mean, they've got to reuse the molds. We know they reuse the molds. That's how I guessed. Sweeper was going to be made out of needle nose, and Ruckus is going to be made out of beach camera.
It's always been that way. We expect that, but this is disappointing.
Anything else we need to look at?
No.
No, I think we're up to date there. But just Masterpiece Brawn, Missing Link, Bumblebee.
Interesting, but depending on the price, I'm interested in Cliff Jumper.
It does depend on the price, literally.
Yeah.
Because if
I mean, it's a lovely idea. It would be a really cool thing, but how fragile is it going to be? How much is it going to cost? I don't know.
Yeah, but if you're paying like 25, 30 quid for it, I'm like, nah. If it was like 10, 50, great. I'll have two.
I think I'd go to 15 for a Cliff Jumper, but
just make it like.
I just worry about it falling apart because there's so little dinky things. Isn't there?
Yeah. Leaks of things. That thing. I don't know if there's anything that pops up, but we might be out of news. Oh, dear.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
That's when the dark thoughts start.
We got more pictures of these. So, look, come on.
Yeah.
See, I still like the look of these guys. I know they're not perfect, but they're interesting.
I really want them, but I wonder what they're doing about Venom.
Well, yeah. Maybe he's going to be
Parasite. I'm scared it's going to be some kind of Waspinator remold, and again half-assed. I just don't know.
I thought they should do out of that. Was it Dion? Who was the light blue bounty hunter guy? Can't remember his name.
Oh, DevCon.
Devcom. I said they should just tweak that.
That could be. Yeah. Can't quite picture it at the moment, but it'd probably be better than what I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm smashing my ice up with a straw. No, I like that.
That looks really good for what it is. There we go. Then
I read something said that they're going to be a 2-pack, but I also read they were coming in different, like, multi-packs. So I'm not sure what the case is.
I don't know. But you see this? I think you could make that a DevCon with a bit of tweaking. I think you could pull that off.
What was it? I can't remember what he was made from. He was a remake.
Blur.
Blur. It was Blur. Yeah. Oh yeah, turn it around and you could.
I'm not sure you could definitely do it.
Yeah.
Because this Blur's head was this way anyway. The body was like that with the legs folded up and stuff.
Yeah, I was just looking at the wings and imagining the bonnet. It's my head's in a mess.
Yeah. I think they could do it. I think that would be a good use of it.
Well, we can only speculate right now, but let's hope they do a good job of it.
They might be listening to us, so hopefully they'll take some good ideas.
Yeah, right. I've already got Ransack, so I'm in for the other 3 anyway.
Look, they listen to Blung, and he's in the chat, okay? So they might listen to us. So Blung just reiterated for us.
And everybody should listen to Blung and subscribe to it. He's one of the smartest, most intelligent one of a lot of us, probably most.
Yeah. Subscribe to Blunghole, everybody. There we go. See? I'm good. I'm helpful. I put up all these things.
Yeah, you're just piggybacking on my advertisement.
Well, you're going to Mexico with him. It's not my fault, is it?
I know. You mentioned him first. But, so we'll agree to agree.
I like with this one because they basically just turned Bombshell around, and for the transformation, now his shoulders will actually go forward a little bit. It's just a happy accidental piece of articulation.
And if that's why they lazied out and used Shrapnel's legs on Bombshell because they had this in mind and thought it would look better on him, I don't know.
But this little back piece absolutely saves the day from this just being like hardly any detail.
That really looks great to me. That figure.
Why is this jumped up there? Here we go. You give me too much credit. I waited at a stop sign today for a good 30 seconds, waiting for it to turn green.
Yeah. He took another hit on the pipe and it did.
I sent my missus a picture, a video I found on Instagram stuff the other day, and it was someone pulled up at like temporary traffic lights. It's got a sign saying "Wait here until light turns green," and there's a girl stood on the pavement waiting for the light to turn green. She could walk around, but she's just standing there waiting for the light to turn green. The guys in the car filming are like, "There's no way. There's no. She can't be that stupid. There's no way on this." Yeah, she was. So don't worry, they walk among us. It's
I have no crawl.
It's necessarily stupid. Right. It's just a sideways way of thinking, isn't it?
No, it's
that's what you've been, man. I have no quarrel with you, good sir knight, but I must cross this bridge.
Yes.
And you shall die. And it's just a stream. He could have just stepped across it. It's just put me in mind of that. So,
how good do they look together, though?
It's just a flesh wound. They do, and something's missing.
Yeah, I know.
But they do look. Yeah, I mean, I got like I said, I got the kickback one, so I got to get the others.
It's one of those like the G2. Well, let's say G2, but you know what I mean. The deluxe Decepticons. Sorry, they get so little limelight. It'd be great to have them more than the original.
I think the only highlight they got was in that like 4-part Dreamwave Micromasters comic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was interesting and incredibly disappointing.
It'd just be nice to let them have a bit of limelight. That's what I'm saying. You know, like
Yeah, well, it looks like they're getting it. So good.
Yeah, well, as long as they actually give us a Venom, what's the better? It's going to be one of those things where they just decide not to give him to us.
They just like as soon as they get their thumbs out of their willies, they'll probably sort it out. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm worried, but these three together look great.
They do. The thing is, if it came down to it, I'm going to have to get some bits. I'm going to have to like find a scrapped figure of something and make my own Venom. There's going to be no little. Hi Graham, how you doing? How's Baby Reindeer?
Yeah, what the fuck? Finish off the Baby Reindeer. I mean, he's a worry.
Yeah, I can't watch shit like that.
It's some weird like psychological thing on like Netflix or something.
I'm wondering if YouTube's going to have it.
I don't know.
The Pirate Bay will have it by now, I suppose.
You want to finish her off?
Oh. It's like when people hit an animal with a car and they have to finish it off. But,
oh, yeah, me, myself, and Irene. That worked. You haven't seen it? Okay, it's hilarious.
Hang on. I'm so happy for these Decepticons constantly get screwed, even third party. Yep, see? And it's on Netflix. Proper fucked up series. That's Netflix. If you want a quote for your series, that's the answer for you. There you go.
What series is
I'm
that?
intrigued.
This is the Baby Reindeer thing.
Oh, right. I see. Oh, now I've got some context. Okay. Finish off a Baby Reindeer sounded a little perverse to me.
Yeah, you couldn't eat
With
it all in
the
one set.
as well. I mean, what kind of thing you got going on? But now I know it's a series. Okay.
You couldn't eat it all in one sit, so you had to come back and finish it off.
I've been watching that guy for years, and I didn't want to think that of it.
Graham's ace. Everybody knows that.
He's fucking great.
Met him. He's lovely.
I've known him through 3 houses I've lived in.
He let me walk around holding onto his coattails for the day while he spoke to more famous people. So,
well, fair enough.
He did. There's no way around it.
Who wants to be famous anyway?
I met like Toys R Us and stuff like that, and
Well, yeah, corporations, faceless corporations.
Corporations are in the corporation billions being all corporation-y.
Look, they look brilliant together in insecty monster mode.
They haven't turned his antenna around. Fools.
The colours are working great together. They look really good, I think.
Well, let's hope we get
that. By the look of it.
Oh god, that thing again.
I don't care. It's just a freebie at this point.
I had one of those, but fuck knows where it went. The red
Mine's
one.
in my Optimus Prime trailer. So.
What's his name? Smash Twat.
Smash Down.
Smash Twat.
Down.
Is it Smash Down?
It is Smash Down, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if you saw this before. First look at Transformers 1 packaging. Alpha Trion turns into a lion-ish thing.
Alpha Lion, yeah. I like the look of it, but it's not Alpha Trion at all to me.
It's got a very Beast Machines kind of vibe to it. No, I'm not going to invoke Beast Machines. Collector 75's back.
Okay. No, you start a fight.
He likes that. I'm going to shut up.
Online conflict. There'll be videos of baby reactors.
Are these core class or something? Because there's bigger things in the backgrounds that these could be core class.
Don't look like Arachnid Deluxe, but a bit little.
I don't know.
Well, core class comes on that type of packaging, doesn't it? Traditionally.
Yeah. No, it could be Deluxe. It could be. It doesn't say anywhere. You'd have thought it would say on it, Deluxe or anything like that. But
isn't Deluxe the only one that's been announced? Or maybe they're calling it Warrior or whatever.
I don't think they specified. I think they've just said, "Hey, here's a figure." I don't think they've specified yet.
I did see a bit of that podcast that they do, that official one. I only got it. I was
I
walking
was going to
past.
say, are you okay? Do you need to talk about it?
Yeah. Well, no, I've got an appointment with my counsellor.
Oh, that's all right then. That's okay. As long as you're getting help.
I just saw it in somebody's hands, and now I can't judge how big these meaty, great.
It could be a giant.
But it looked like about one of these, like what's his name? Twat. The motorbike off of it, Twat. It looks like that kind of size. Scratch. No, Thrash. Yes. Yeah, not Twat. Thrash. Yeah, they looked around about that kind of size to me.
That'd be deluxe warrior kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they call it warrior.
Okay.
I don't know. I've no idea. I'm speculating.
Well, the thing is, looking at Alpha Trion, I thought it might be core class, but then you pointed out the box, and you're right. It does look more like the deluxe warrior kind of box.
I think I could
That
go
looks like core class. That looks bloody awful.
It don't look like
Paint
Alpha
at
Trion.
least.
I like the look of that thing.
Yeah, but
Just
the
because
paint,
it looks weird.
that needs some paint. That looks bloody awful.
I don't know how you're seeing it in such detail, because it just looks like a blob to me. Yeah, I know that there's a blob with a darker background.
I can make out the eyes and some sort of eyebrow and some cheekbones and stuff, but it's just a silver blob.
I think you've got some sort of counselling lined up for yourself, haven't you? Or need to have.
There you are. I'll stick it in the chat. You can look yourself. See if I care. Don't believe me.
Whatever.
Bill put us on his little Facebook. But bless him. Oh, isn't he lovely? Right. We'll see how we get on. It might be an okay film. It might be absolute crap. But
it's going to be absolute crap. We might enjoy it because of some of the visuals, though, and our nostalgic attachment. But it's going to piss us off because it's going to be for a new audience.
Little question for you, though, Mike. I brought it up before, but obviously you weren't in the chat, so I couldn't ask you directly.
Can I have a lawyer present?
No, it's all right. Would you be more open to this film if it was, say, a GoBot film instead of Transformers?
Yeah, and I'd probably be a better dancer if I wore a fucking tutu.
Well, that's all right then. Can we get you one?
Nah, the fact is, I haven't got an opinion on it. I don't like the look of it, but I'm not concerned either way. If I don't like it, I don't. There's been plenty I didn't like. There's still plenty out there that I do like. So it's like horses for horses.
No, I'm just thinking because like GoBots, which is owned by Transformers, they bought them out years ago. They own them.
I know.
That's a lot more of a tongue-in-cheek, campy, goofy kind of series.
It's also the one nobody was interested in.
Well, the toys were good.
Yeah, but I think that's the way they're looking at it, fiction-wise. I mean, in the film, the Rock Lords thing, fucking Telly Savalas was in that, and still nobody cared.
I enjoyed that film, believe it or not.
I haven't even seen it. I've seen bits. I've probably seen the whole thing in bits.
I've thought it was like quite harsh. It was, like, oh, we don't like this guy. Throw him into a giant cement mixer thing and have him destroyed. I'm like, wait, what?
That's a bit fucking heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That used to be the point, though, was to introduce kids to the fact that there is harshness in life, but gently introduce them to that.
Well, the main point is to sell toys, but after that, yeah.
That's all right. Eat your fucking greens, or you might go in a cement mixer.
Well, I think they called it the tumbler, but yeah, basically they just threw him and killed him. It was like Jesus.
It wasn't quite like Jesus, was it?
I don't know. Did he have a cement mixer?
He did kill that fig tree once for no reason.
Yeah, the guy with the cement mixer just thought he was Jesus.
We've gone into territory I don't know what you're on about now, so I'm just listening and taking the piss. I think the vodka's starting to kick in.
It's
That's,
just me being autistic. Don't worry about it.
Oh, don't worry about that, mate. We're on the wavelength there.
It's all right. My son, who's supposed to have like autism and ADHD, was sitting next to his cousin,
I got that too.
who is got social anxiety. So they're both sat next to each other. There's like 11 months between them, and they wouldn't talk to each other. They're just sitting there in silence. It's like, you two are fucking useless. Honest to God, what's wrong with you?
I've had experiences like that. I never knew what was fucking happening to me, but now I know. Even weirder.
Yeah, I turned to my nephew. I'm like, oh, hey, do you like Pokemon? Yeah, I know everything about Pokemon. Okay, he likes Pokemon too. Go on, talk. They just sort of like glance at each other and just put their heads down. I'm like, God, that you two, you just forget it. And they just walked off and left, and I just fuck off.
Well, you set it up a bit much, didn't you, by the sound of that?
No, because this is after they'd already been sitting next to each other for like 15 minutes. I'm like, just fucking talk. Your family, for God's sake.
Fucking leave him.
No, it was a party, and we're all bloody social if we don't like it or not.
Jesus Christ, the Nazis were a party.
Didn't they just?
Was it a bring your own bottle or?
Basically, fill it with petrol, stick a rag in the end, and throw it at Nuremberg.
Oh yeah, hang on, what's this? I don't want a video. I just want to see the pictures. There you go.
The hashtag.
See, that looks a little. It looks somewhere between core and deluxe.
No, it's got a little matrix. That's interesting.
Orion Pack shouldn't have a matrix. Is that
Orion Pack? Even the box says Orion Packs / Optimus Prime. So if you just take the matrix out, it's Orion. You put it back in.
It could be what makes them transform in this universe.
Take the matrix.
Perhaps they've all got one.
I have no idea. Could be. Maybe the Matrix is now a transformation carcass. I don't know.
I think Alpha Trion should have it, to be honest.
Well, I think he gives it to him in the trailer, so.
Well, he should have it then, shouldn't he? The figure should have the Matrix.
You know what? This thing's growing on me. I didn't like the look of it originally, but it is.
I'll be honest, it has on me as well, but it still looks like you get in B&M or like, is it in America, it'd be like Walgreens or something. It looks like a budget range.
I wish it had a gun. I think that's one of the things that's missing from me. I wish it had a gun, not just.
I'm sure you've got one lying about.
Well, he's got little smokestacky things, which I don't know if they're meant to be guns or what.
A gun is a cowardly weapon, anyway.
Yeah, but it's also a very convenient weapon.
True enough. That's what I thought.
The axe looks like it can put a bit of work in, man.
This is a more honourable weapon.
Yeah,
from
but
a more civilized age.
Did anyone ever play a PlayStation 1 game? I think it was a game called Soul Blade.
No, I remember
Soul
it.
Blade is the reason I bought a PlayStation in the late 90s.
Fantastic game, but you can get alternate endings.
Well, one of my favourites.
Did you know you can get alternate endings for your characters?
Yeah, and you can interact with some of them as well.
Yeah, that's how you got the alternate endings. You had to interact during it. But
they were some of them you had to like press certain sequences of buttons at certain times. Yeah, other ones you could actually play. Like Mitsurugi.
Mitsurugi's was he's fighting a guy with a musket.
Yeah.
And you had to like sidestep, run up and kill the guy before he could reload.
That game was fucking wicked.
The intro was amazing. Intro was fantastic.
Oh, that song as well. I know it's cheesy as hell, but
yeah, but it was legendary,
and it goes so well with the music. It's so exciting, right?
For anyone who doesn't know, they downplayed the games and turned them into Soul Calibur, I think it was. Soul Blade is so much better. Just trust me, Soul Blade's just.
Yeah, they changed it. They tried to tekken it up a bit.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Soul Blade was just.
It didn't work. Soul Blade was a button basher you could just have great fun with.
Soul Blade, you had the normal, you play through the thing, you beat the game, you kind of thing. but then they also had a second, like a side part where you could basically go on a quest and get better weapons for your character, and you could
Edge Master mode.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and because they're all weapons were great. Like
you had you had like 4 different costumes for your character, and
like depending on which button, like one square, triangle, circle.
I'm talking.
Go on.
No, we've come to an impasse.
What?
What was I going to say? Yes, some of the weapons, like, they'd hurt more, but they'd take your health and things like that.
Yeah.
They were
they'd have like special abilities, but they zap your strength and stuff. And your weapon had its own power bar that if you block too much, your weapon would be destroyed, and you had to just punch them.
And then you had to punch everyone. And you could still do grabs.
Game, I thought.
You could do the grab attacks and stuff. But if you broke your weapon, you got different grabs. You had different grabs if you got behind them as well.
There were secret ones as well that they didn't tell you in the moves list that you had to find by yourself.
You could ring out your character as well. Absolutely spectacular game, honestly.
Absolutely brilliant.
$20
subscribe to Soulblade.
Yeah. Subscribe to NinjaBill. He is Soulblade, honest.
He is.
So that's $20. That is a thing. What is that thing? Don't know. Just see if there's any more pictures and whatnot.
$7.99. Look, last time I got it.
Oh, there it is. Oh, so good. So good. That's what you're going to be doing tonight, isn't it?
Ah, it's awesome, man. It's even got a bloody manual with it. Remember that?
Yes. Back in the day.
Just one more. Speaking of back in the day.
What's you got? I don't know. Roll Cage. God, no.
Yeah.
The original was great, but this just advanced it so much. It's incredible.
For anyone who's too young, once upon a time in, the darker ages, they made remote control cars that would run upside down.
They went as dark as these ages.
Oh, hey, that'd be a great computer game. And they invented Roll Cage. The problem is, when your car flipped and went upside down, all of a sudden you can control sort of whip, and you're then driving backwards.
Controls will do this, yeah.
It's like, so difficult.
It was amazing. Shooting missiles at buildings ahead of you to take out the racers ahead so you can get top spot.
I'm not good at racing games, like not even slightly.
I'm not, but that's more like a combat speed. It's more like a shooting level.
Wipeout and High Octane and stuff like that.
Tons of fun. Muppet Race Mania is the only. It's fucking brilliant.
You broken out your Sandstorm, yeah?
I haven't yet because I don't want to associate it with rough times,
That's fair.
I'm looking at it right now. It's behind the monitor, but I think he looks lovely. And I got my Silver Bolt as well. That I only mentioned it. I think it was a sympathy vote.
Wow. Here's what it is.
Yeah, I understand. I'll accept it. I got someone to go on my Black Arachnia now who's not flipping Skyhammer. I have to think of some other use for him now, or maybe I'll just send him to Wretch or Pete. I don't know. Depends where I am.
The helicopter from Dark of the Moon.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of him. So
they mislaid him in Toys R Us. He was meant to be about 30 quid, but they had him for $11.99 or something because they'd obviously made a complete mistake, which I capitalised on. Obviously, I wasn't going to get him, but I was never after that figure. But
he's a great figure, though.
I saw that price ticket on it, and they said, "No, this is wrong." And I said, "Well, the label's on it." And they said, "Yes."
Oh dear.
Got away with that.
Got to honour the price. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, straight so there, boy.
it's your mistake, not mine. Yeah. And what does the cashier care anyway? She's still going to get paid.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel terrible about what I did to that girl in Smiths, but she started it. I think she got sacked.
Oh well.
You were very much the wronged party in that situation, man.
All I wanted was for it to be explained to her that she can't behave that way. That isn't a remit. That's all I really hoped would come from it. But instead, I got 50 quid in her sack.
Yeah, the thing is, they don't do that shit, do they? They just
Nah,
pension it off.
it's against policy. I guess they reviewed the footage and they must have heard her shouting what she shouted 6 days before Christmas in a toy shop.
Yeah.
It's just inappropriate. If you got a concern, come tell the security guard. But anyway, yeah. So I'm scared to go in shops anymore in case I get a massive unemployment crisis.
Because you've got such great privilege, you can get people sacked.
I never wanted that. I didn't even want a fucking gift card. That's why I spent half of it on you.
Yeah.
I still haven't opened him either, Scotty. Yeah, I know. You put me off opening him.
No. He's grown on me since, but you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of people growing on you.
A lot of people. Yeah, well. What happens when you haven't got a lot of money? You got to start appreciating what you got.
Yeah, bunkles.
Barnacles.
It's one of the, it's as you said. Not a lot of people actually mentioned half the stuff I said in the review. It's
It depends what copy you get with the QC these days, doesn't it?
I wasn't worried about the loose joints. That's roll of the dice, but like the weird weapon in the hand and stuff. There's just a couple of things like that. It's just like, well, hang on.
The thing that interested me about him was he turns into a scorpion, and he turns into it in a rather interesting way. That's all I really
he does. No, to be fair, he does.
Yeah.
The transformation is cool.
I was in my scorpion phase at the time. Ooh.
Well, there's always room for the scorpions.
Oh, it'll be back. It'll be back. Oh, and there's this guy who was storing his van in my mum's garage the last few years because she had no use for it, no vehicle. And he found a trunk of my old toys, apparently, behind his van the other day.
I remember you saying something about it, yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't been able to find the key. And obviously I can't ask where it is because nobody fucking knows, so I haven't been able to get in there. So I've got to wait until he's around and we just happen to cross paths and then I can get in there and find out what's in there. He did say he was taking in the house.
Key for the garage or key for the van or...
The garage door. Right, there's the garage door, the opening one, which obviously he's got to get his... they're all opening doors, aren't they?
It's opening.
So he can get his van in and out, but there's also through the backyard, there's the actual, like a house door.
Is that a closey one?
What?
Is that a closey one if the front is opening?
It's honestly, until I can get it open, I won't be able to answer that question.
Fair.
Yeah, I can't get in there anyway without breaking a window at the moment. I can pick the lock, but it will break it. And fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm probably gonna wander down there tonight after this because I'm very restless. I can't sleep, and the dream police.
I wouldn't break a window or something at like midnight or Saturday night.
It's my fucking window. It's only the garage window. I might not have to. I might just break the lock.
Well,
I might break the key. Who knows? I'm going down there anyway.
You got any? You got another lock or anything to put on it, or?
It doesn't matter because nobody can access it unless they go through the house, which I'm going to make sure.
Oh, all right, okay. See, I wasn't sure if it was like detached and people just do whatever. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. I didn't explain it very well. No, it's just you go in the backyard and there's a wall with a window and a door, and that's the garage. And the main garage door goes out onto the street. It's an end terrace house.
Okay. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, man.
But I think I've got a G1 Scorponaut and Metroplex in there. If it's the box I'm thinking of, and various assorted other whatevers. But it should be exciting finding out. If I do get in there, I'll make a video and send it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Stick in the
Oh,
chat.
nice, man. Go for it.
And yeah, you're welcome to post it on your channels if you wish, but I'm probably not going to because I don't bother to. But if it's interesting, I will show you.
Cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, bloody hell.
I know, it's exciting, isn't it?
It is. You know what? It's kind of like I was going to say it's like Christmas, but not. It's not quite. It's like finding something at a car boot sale and going, "Oh, you know what? This could be really good."
It is a bit like Christmas because it's like you don't know what you're going to get, and it's also horrendously depressing. So it's very much like Christmas.
Yeah, all right, okay, you got me there.
On that note,
yeah, that might be me then if that's the case.
Oh my god, that reminded me.
What's that?
I saw this brilliant video the other night on YouTube. It was one of those police body cam things.
Yeah.
This guy, he was dressed quite normally. He was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. His hair was, his hair was cut. He looked a lot in better condition than I do. But he was completely soaking wet with water because he said he baptized himself. He was wearing a crown of thorns. But it wasn't a crown of thorns. It was just one of those garden wreaths that they sell in garden centres that he trained and put on his head. And he said he'd been taking peyote all day. He had a handful of spatulas, and in his other hand he had like one of those Sesame Street trash can lids he was using as a shield against Satan and his demons. So I'd mention that because it's
someone had a fun night out.
Fucking hilarious. That is straight out of Thompson, isn't it? But it was really happening on police body cam.
Where was this by any chance?
Oh, it's just ever since I got that jury service thing, the YouTube has been bombarding me with cop videos, arrests and like the maddest.
I thought you might have said, "Oh, it was in like Colchester or."
Oh, Florida, I expect.
Oh, America, right? Okay.
Yeah, this guy.
I remember.
Oh no, it was in. I remember it was in Georgia, in America.
Right.
Because I remember in Florida.
Okay, Georgia, I remember because that's the big boss man was from Cobb County, Georgia.
He was.
Yeah, Ray Trailer.
I remember though when I was on Twitch one day talking to a mate of mine. We were talking to this guy in Florida, and he shot somebody while he was on the stream. They tried to break into his house, so he shot him in the fucking legs, and I called the police.
What you're supposed to do is 3 shots, central body.
Well, maybe he just didn't want to kill him. But then again, it's Florida, so I can't imagine that.
Legality.
Maybe he didn't want to let him off so easy.
Apparently that doesn't kill you, it just fucking makes you wish you were dead.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I wouldn't want to get shot at all, to be honest. I shot myself.
It sounds bad.
I fired the BB gun out the back and it bounced off the can. It was so weak that the pellet bounced off the can and hit me in the eye.
I got shot in the head with a BB gun once. It fucking stung.
Yeah.
I nearly lynched the gun, but I didn't because his brother was there.
You'll wear shades ever since. They're dodgy things. That's why I've got the weakest one I could find. I only wanted it to frighten off magpies from pecking my cat's eyes out. I don't want to hurt anything.
No.
I mean, it looks like a goddamn water pistol, ain't it? I showed you already.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you have done, yeah.
I mean, they look like
Oh,
something in a
there we go.
blood.
Got shot in the leg during a
Oh.
mugging in 1996. Dear God, has anything good ever happened to you, blog? Just, it's always something bad happened. Bless you.
I used to do what he did, and then I took an arrow to the knee.
Did you get shot in the leg during a mugging?
Fair enough.
Good
I
God.
swatted a mugging once. That was good. I almost got beaten up by 2 people, but I just psychologied the mate.
Like
I
you
used
do.
to thought the Jedi mind trick.
Oh, God.
I'm not the cunt you're looking for.
I am one, but not the one you're looking for.
I did. This guy asked me for a bit of spare change, please, and I thought, fuck yeah. I'd been to the pub. I had a few coins in my pocket. And I went, yeah, sure, mate. And his mate was hiding behind a phone box now, a phone booth, if you like, made out of glass. This guy's hiding behind it, thinking I can't see him. Glass.
That's a fucking best bit.
Clearly,
Anyway.
this man was playing 3D chess.
He was squaring up to me and telling me he's an amateur boxer, and I gave him some advice. If you want to like hard with somebody, don't tell him you're an amateur or anything, right? Because I'm a black belt in Waddle Kite, and he'd never heard of that. And he started backing off, and him and his mate were glancing at each other like that. And I said, "No, you've had what you get in it, and I'm going." I just walked away, so I thwarted a mugging. Great.
Okay. Dude wanted $8. I only had 3. He took it, started running away, and fired without even looking. Bullet grazed the inside of my left calf. Felt like someone had taken a razor across the hard skin. The skin hard, sorry, a razor across the skin hard.
Also, I'm grateful for my attempted mugging because at least they weren't carrying firearms.
Yeah, we
I
don't
mean, that
necessarily
could have
have
been
that.
your life there, couldn't it?
Well, the thing is, the guy didn't
Well,
even
if you
look back,
weren't
he was
even
just
looking,
shot.
that's fucked up.
Jesus.
What the fuck is wrong with people? It's got to be drugs.
Yeah, but why? Hey, I won $8. Do you
Yeah,
not think
so I can get myself my next hit.
Very specific.
it is very specific? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not round it up to 10 or go?
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
did
he
you-
had a couple.
Did he just need
I
to
had
about?
one in Cardiff coming up to me. I was only having a cigarette outside the club, and she's going, "Oh, I need somewhere to stay for the night." And I said, "Well, how much do you need?" She said, "I need about £12.50." And I said,
drugs.
About
Oh, right. Okay. Well, there you go.
I can't remember what I said. I just said, "There's a guy down there."
Oh,
Are you sure the guy didn't need about a tree fitty?
This same bitch, right? I actually, because I was in a mess at the time as well. I often am. I just pulled out a tenner and I said, "Well, you better have this, but look after yourself, be safe." And after the gig had ended, about an hour later, we're walking past and she's sitting in a doorway still begging. And I straight away I just knew she's after heroin or meth.
you should have just locked her in a phone box.
So I called her a scumbag and told her to fuck
You
off.
couldn't have put her in a phone box. She wouldn't have been able to see him.
I would put her in a phone box and pissed on her if there'd been one there. And I needed a piss. At the time, I was passing a kidney stone, though, but I didn't know. I thought I had a stomach ulcer.
God, this is a very cheerful conversation. Fucking.
I'm just honest. I'm not being miserable about it, am I? I'm just
It's like someone's been shot, talking about crackheads, pissing on some poor woman.
That's fucking life, mate. You live in
Junkies hiding behind translucent things, not thinking you can see them.
Look, I'm not indictable for anything that's happened to me. I didn't do it, and if I did do it, it was an accident.
Nobody saw it, and there's no evidence.
And even if they did see it, it wasn't me. I've been spotted in places I haven't even been. I've got alibis.
Yeah.
And in fact, I haven't been anywhere for about 10 years. I did go to the pictures with Feenix the once. Was that last year?
Yes, you did.
You met us for drinks last year.
Oh, there was that as well, yeah.
2 years ago.
Oh, I've been a few
Yeah,
places,
yeah.
but they're only places I've been before. I swear I didn't touch her, Your Honor. I didn't see it.
I don't even know she exists.
Cheeseburger before bed again, I swear.
Yeah, well, not the same as a wink to a blind bat.
God.
Oh, I had another one of my stomach things as well.
It's that time of the day where we're just drifting into Monty Python quotes again.
Does this look right to you?
No.
What, black vodka?
Hmm.
I've seen it before.
Have you put something in it to flavour it?
I can't remember. Hang on.
I saw black licorice vodka in Amsterdam years ago.
I know someone who once threw loads of Skittles in vodka and made it Skittles flavour.
Yo,
Left it for ages.
Doom Bitch has done that so many fucking times with cherry drops, Skittles.
Yeah.
I think she tried it with M&M's once, so that didn't go very well. Peanut one. Yeah, Shao and Gwen used to make all kinds of vodka infusions like that. I decided it was Cola Cube. That was a popular one.
Ah, Cola Cube. Yeah, gotta be.
I thought, like, why not just use the raw vodka and then put some sort of mixer in it, rather than having to leave it in a cupboard for a month, dissolving sweets that I could be eating.
I see your logic there, mate.
It's just a very weird thing that women get into, but they enjoy it, and fine. It's not hurting anyone much. Gave me cirrhosis, but actually, I think I gave myself cirrhosis.
It's just doing its job, then, isn't it?
Just gonna work on the cirrhosis now.
Alcohol, function, cirrhosis.
Well, my mum had it for like 40 years, and it didn't kill her, so I figure I can probably rock with it.
Oh, well. Fill your boots, mate.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, it wasn't that. Fucking, yeah, whatever, man. Life's for living. That's a horrible, horrible phrase, but it is true. We're here for a good time, not a long time. I fucking hate when people say that. It's cheesy as fucking cunts, but it's true.
Sadly, yeah.
But sometimes it does feel like a very fucking long time.
On occasion, sir.
Have I started dominating this because the vodka's kicking in? I'm really sorry if I'm being...
No, it's alright. I think
all right, lad.
I think we're getting worn down.
Still getting used to new shit. I could put the lamp on, couldn't I, and look less green.
Yeah.
I know that's a lot worse.
You
can see me better. I don't have bags under my eyes from the toothy. Oh no, actually, they're not as bad as they were.
No?
I look like shit. I still haven't shaved for 2 months. And I
It
still
suits you,
don't
mate. The beard. The beard suits you.
Oh, thanks.
Ooh, suits you, sir.
That Johnny Depp one, that was funny.
Yeah.
The great actor, and all he did was go, "Will you just make me a fucking suit?"
Fear and loathing in that's what it is, yeah.
Fear and loathing in the tailors. It's Savile Row. Oh dear me. I've got the fucking terminal blood. So why am I wearing a jacket in the house?
Maybe it's cold.
It's not. It's fucking sweltering. I just turned the bloody electric heater off, so it might have been cold. I've been having the hots and colds, and they just come on me spontaneously. It's weird. I think it's my stomach.
No, you don't want something coming on you spontaneously.
Well, no. Imagine I came over all Mother Teresa.
Oh
God. She'd have to find a clean tea towel.
She's got one on her head, hasn't she?
Yes, but she needs a new one, wouldn't she?
Oh,
I
turn it
sense
over.
like
Turn it
to
inside out.
protect homeless people.
Spunky tea towels.
It's what they would have wanted.
Hallelujah, baby.
It is what they would have wanted, yeah.
Oh, you're a boy.
How
Oh,
dare you? Girls can have penises, you know. Ugh.
yeah, they can borrow them.
Rip one off and keep it in a cupboard.
Oh, bob it.
There.
Throw it out of the moving car. Yeah. Imagine that hitting your windscreen.
It's one way to learn the
ridiculous.
theory of relativity.
See the size of the cock on that fly? Who said
Fine.
that? That was a comedian at stand-up comic. I can't remember who it
Yeah,
was.
some Irish guy, wasn't it?
Oh man, there's so many of them. I don't know. Oh, it doesn't
Yes,
matter.
there are a lot of Irish people in the world.
As long as I'm not taking credit myself, it doesn't matter who it was. Do with someone. I should remember. It's on the tip of my fucking non-front.
Ass.
Yeah, tip my ass, just like that nugget of popcorn. I've been working through for the last 3 weeks.
Has your ass got a tip?
It's what I refer to the toilet as. Yes, the ass tip.
I see.
Why not?
An inspired answer, sir.
You know, I had to come up with it on the spot. So on the freckle.
Thinking on your feet.
Oh, yeah. That's why they gave me my rusty sheriff's badge.
Ah, dear.
I know, it's awful, isn't it? What a degenerate bunch of fucks. Hey, wait a minute. Mother Teresa.
Ta-da!
Oh, Sim Salabim, or whatever the fuck she did.
You're going to get us in trouble again.
Gotta wipe this blood sweat off me.
Thought he was going to go ostinating on us for a minute. It's like, Jesus.
What's that? I can't remember what that asshole did. I just remember he was really boring for ages.
That's all he did.
He
Yeah.
just clearly he had something, you know, on his mind, and he just unleashed this.
He completely fucking unpacked, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
basically?
It must have been good therapy for him. I'm not knocking him, but
I think it's interesting that he never showed up again. Really.
I
think he was
think
maybe
he
feeling
embarrassed
bad
himself,
and welcome, wasn't he?
I got nothing against him. You know, it's just
Me neither.
he bless him.
I can't
He
remember what
went
the
off
fuck
the
he even said. I just remember you didn't like him.
He said pretty much everything. He was all right.
We couldn't
I'm
do
the
a word.
type of person who always keeps an irritating bastard around to see what interesting shit they'll do. And that gets on other people's nerves. So, like, I've got no problem with anybody. If you're an asshole, you entertain me.
We were trying to say things. I was like, yeah, but
I'd love to get Dennis on you, to be honest.
could you? He's just going like for like 3 hours.
I'd love to actually have a face-to-face with Dennis on here. That would be I wouldn't be a twat or anything. We'd work it out. And it'd, the value of conversation, man, the value of discourse. You iron things out. You have thoughts come to you that you might not have occurred to you if you hadn't had that conversation. Get the shit done. Or we could come to terms. Be fine.
Well, speak to Bill.
But he's not going to do it because he's a fucking prick.
Hey, speak to Bill. Bill's chums with him.
Yeah, Bill sort yeah.
I can forgive Bill for that because Bill's fucking brilliant.
He is an
Everyone
awesome
should
guy,
subscribe to Bill.
I have subscribed to him years ago.
No, I'm just giving him
yeah, probably.
right at the top. There you go. Subscribe to Bill.
Subscribe to NinjaBill. Subscribe to NinjaBill.
Subscribe to Feenix.
If
Oh,
you will be also subscribe to NinjaBill.
Subscribe to Blind Hole.
See, I wrote a song.
Yeah?
I wrote a jingle for Bill. Don't bother subscribing to me. There's no point. There's no content.
Hence the question mark.
But subscribe to NinjaBill. Subscribe to NinjaBill. If you don't, you will be ill. So subscribe to NinjaBill.
How many subs has Bill got at the minute? Yeah, let's have a nosy.
I've heard worse than that, believe it or not, Mike.
I've been listening to too much bloody radio.
He's still not cracked 500 yet. What the hell?
Oh, stop boasting.
No, it's not a boast. It's like he should have more subscribers than this.
You're only near 1,000 because I'm your agent.
Well, yeah.
Me and my 25 subscribers.
Yeah, you from the Snuddy, yeah.
5 of them are Michelle. I'm not in the snuddy, no. I'm wearing an outdoor jacket because I'm on that point where of anxiety where I might have to move at any moment. I'm wearing my boots in the house as well. I should be wearing slippers at my age. And I'm going down there. I don't care what time. I'll be up all night now.
Fair enough.
Well, as you said, then, it's your fucking property, why shouldn't you?
Exactly. But they might call the police on me. One of the neighbours called his sons on me the other day and said someone's in Margaret's house.
Oh, is that the one you told me about and you went around there and there was a light on?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, that was Michelle, wasn't it?
They said there's someone in there, and he said, "Yeah, don't worry, it's Mike and Michelle. I just seen them."
NinjaBill is a damn fine man. He's
got people-
criminally unsubscribed.
He is.
Same with you guys. You're all so damn entertaining. Well,
Thank you, sir.
If I ever did,
Appreciate
we're not this money. We're not good money in Cybertron, but we try.
I love my Thursday mornings with them.
I'm about 3 behind at the minute because I was sick and stuff like that. I just haven't caught up. I'm so behind on.
I'm never allowed on there, and understandably, but I go in the chat, and it's nice to hang out, and it's very entertaining. That's probably my favourite stream, to be honest. It's Blunkle.
$700 on Legacy B. What?
What?
I'm. Do you mean the little animated, or I'm now homeless? Ah, so is this someone?
You'll have to live in the car.
Rolling or some such nonsense.
Clearly hilarious. But...
I don't care. Sure. Bump up my views, put comments in. It's all good.
Actually, I'm going to address this. I paid $700. Okay, some people make poor life decisions.
Yeah.
I can't really fucking help you with that. Wait until I sell the garage and we'll see what I got.
It's going to be really cool to see if you have actually got all this old good stuff in there.
I wonder if I'm missing something there. I can't make head nor tail of that kind.
I think someone messed with us. I don't know.
I should have. I'm pretty sure Scott and the Metroplex should be in there anyway. I thought he put them in a skip, but it turns out he put them in a box in a carriage. they're not complete by any means, but it'd still be nice to have the core element.
Nice one, Blung.
What do you say?
He's gonna. I'll find him in the
garage. Give me your bumble.
Balucious kind of looks like Pierce Brosnan. Mixed with Chuck Norris.
Oh, there's a fist behind this.
So someone clearly wants you to take your trousers off.
It's quite a blend, isn't it?
Mm.
That's fucking on, yeah. I wonder which one of them would have given birth.
Well, it's not going to be Chuck Norris, is it? Or if he did,
Probably not, no.
or if he did, he'd be back to work within the same half hour.
I guess if any one of them was going to be pierced, it'd be Brosnan.
Chuck Norris, give birth, cup of tea, back to work in half an hour.
That's really weird because the people I was just talking about, their surname is Bond. My neighbours who were looking after the house.
Right.
Who keep the van in there. Their surname's Bond. And the family motto is "the world is not enough," which is the same family motto as the White family, which is my mother's maiden name. So that's a weird connection as well.
Do a lot of families have family mottos? Because mine don't.
I don't think so these days.
You go back far enough, there will be one, yeah.
I translated my name. Michael is Hebrew for godlike. And Owen comes from the ancient Welsh Unwen, which meant warrior. So my name translates to godlike warrior. So I don't think that names bear a lot of relevance these days.
Potentially so.
Yeah, these don't mean shit. And the fact that my dad's name is my name, that just reeks of the lack of imagination in my family.
Who named their baby my name? That's just terrible. Why would you do that?
Oh, shut up, you fool. You know? But we had a cat called Kitty, a rabbit called Bund. I mean, I'm surprised we don't have a fucking pterodactyl called Pterodactyl.
I'm surprised you weren't just called Son.
Well, I've actually got a letter I found while digging, because I've got to go looking for paperwork in their house now, haven't I?
Yeah.
I found a letter that said to Michael Owen and Michael Owen Jr. Now, in America, they called me Junior, wouldn't they?
Oh.
Ugh.
Yep.
I know I doxed myself, but so what? I fucking doxed the fucking Chris Packett cunt.
That's metal. I like that.
The Scottish Dark Water of Death. That would be Glenfiddich.
Well, if it was Irish, it'd be Guinness, but...
Scottish people are harder than Irish. They got to live with pilots, don't they? Actually, the hardest people on earth are Irish. Scottish people are hard as well.
Let's not upset people.
Well, let's set them off against each other and see who wins. I fucking adore them both because I got both in my blood. I might be Welsh, but my heritage is Irish and Scottish. Scottish.
On a serious note, I went to Target the other day and someone stole at Earth Spark Prime. The empty box was just there like a corpse.
I like this fucking guy.
I'm still stuck on stole at Earth Spark.
Yeah, well done.
I got this the other day.
Fine, right?
I spent fucking 11 quid on that. I should have looked a bit closer before I bought it.
Don't think it was a devious lick.
That's the trouble. I've seen figures with like their arms or heads missing. Like you don't even know if they've fallen apart in the packaging.
Well, my
this is a troll. It's a fascinating one.
it's an interesting one, yeah. My deluxe Earth Spark Megs, when I got him, when I was doing the video of like, hey, look what I got. One of the propellers fell into my hand. I'm like, oh. I hope the other one's still in the box, and luckily it was. Because I could have had it. I wasn't going all the way back to Cardiff to replace it.
No.
So.
Most unseemly.
I'll go to Cardiff for you. What do you want?
No, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Are
you sure?
No, it's all right. I was talking. I almost had missing pieces off one of those figures, but it was in the box. It's fine.
Which figure was it?
The Earth Spark Mags I bought.
Oh, you don't care. Oh, yeah, that's right. The blade fell off, didn't it?
Yeah, but the other one was in the box, so luckily I had them both. because otherwise, I wasn't
But
going all the
your
way back.
dick's playing it anyway, to be honest, because that face is as ugly as my nightmares. I mean, it really is it is a haunting looking image, isn't it? It's horrible.
Hauntingly gumless.
And fucking, I don't want Megatron in it if he's going to be a goodie anyway. Yeah. I remember when that came out, I watched half of the first episode and couldn't take any more. And I thought, that's just my ADHD. I can't watch an episode or something. I can't sit for it. I've got to get up and move about. And I thought maybe it's just that, but it was better than I expected it to be. And I've never looked at it since. Sorry,
That's a beautiful story, mate.
And nobody needed to hear it, but to say that.
It's fine.
I've just there. Yeah, I found it. Awful.
Okay.
What? Oh, do you really want to see it? It's just one of those.
All right.
It's never coming out of the packaging while I own it. But it's just a fun thing to have. I like to create a kind of toy shop ambience around the place. Reminds me of not being old.
Would you buy a Megatron that turns into a Sten gun to respect your history?
A Sten gun.
Also, what the fuck is that be?
I wouldn't want a Sten gun Megatron, to be fair.
Sten guns in Knightsbridge.
What was that little bumblebee, Mike?
It's not transformable. That's why it ain't coming out of the package. It's just one of these little rubber fucking. Hang on. It's too much glare, isn't it?
It's a rubber bee.
It's a rubber bee. Well, you ought to know, Ratch, because you bought me the same wave.
Yeah.
And they are actually really fun to play with because they're not articulated or anything. They're rubbery enough and sturdy enough that you can move.
Where did you get them from? I've not seen them.
That was just Amazon.
Right.
I got the full set by accident.
I mean, no offense, but I was looking lowest to high, and it was quite low the bottom. At least.
Look, I got this. This is my favourite one. Well, apart from Sunwave, obviously.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I really have stuck that to the what the fuck? I just opened it by accident. Oh well.
Grimlock.
Hey.
Grimlock. I'm gonna have to glue that back together now. The fucking packet came apart.
Let's pop off.
Glue tack the card to the wall, so that's kind of fun. I did actually want to get him out anyway. And there's maybe I can show you. There's and another same wave by this packaging. And over here, if I turn that off, you might be able to see the Optimus and Megatron.
Yeah.
Just about.
So I got the full 6-pack because when I got Cybershark, the site said you're gonna have free delivery if you spend another few quid, and for about another £6 they had this 6-pack box of these things, whatever they are. So I just use them to create that toy shop ambience of youth.
Nice.
I need my little autistic centre, don't I?
Why not?
Why the fuck not? Here he is, look again. Killing Blaster. And all of that.
Oh, dear. Right. Are we winding down?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm winding up.
Well, yeah, you got to go and do some breaking and entering on your own property.
There's that. I also always just wind people up.
And we need to let you go so we can find out what happens in that box.
Well, I'm in no hurry. I've got all night. I'll probably try and find another live stream after this before I leave.
Ask Bill. I'm sure Bill will know someone.
Bastards are flat levers. Fucking flat levers.
Hmm.
Okay.
Not an expression I'm familiar with, but
No? You haven't
I'll
seen
wear it with pride.
you haven't seen the Kevin Smith films before he turned into a twat?
What was the quote again?
Which
Flat
one?
levers!
Flat levers?
Yeah.
Which film was that in then?
Yeah.
I think it was Strike Back. It might have been Dogma.
No,
I
I
have
don't
seen
remember that.
those, but I can't
No, he
remember
was
them very
talking
well.
about like they all got a bit smashed up and passed out. And Jay, I think it was going right. These motherfuckers are flat levers, man. Flat levers used to be a thing in the 90s. It was like you'd go over, have a session, everyone to fall asleep, and you'd see your opportunity to get back to your own place. You're a flat
What I
lever.
used to do?
Yeah, me too. We all did it. Fucking flat levers.
I remember, I think it was in Strike Back, you know, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, when he says, shit, man, anything that happens to us is like we're in a fucking cartoon and the mystery machine is back on the side. I fucking love that scene.
We call these doobie snacks.
He's like, oh.
And then the like Thelma and Daphne started like doing like a strip dance, didn't they? And everyone else. Yeah. And Scooby's going,
Was that Frank Welker Scooby Doo? He did Scooby Doo, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think he did Hong Kong.
Really? I didn't know that.
He pretty much any animal voice in anything during like the 80s, 90s was Frank Welker.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything.
Oh, he's ubiquitous back in those days. Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know.
In everything, honestly.
Some sort of creature just jumped off your shoulder, Chris.
Big cat.
Yeah, it's a cat going
No
up the
question.
stairs, I think, wasn't it?
I
We do not
thought-
speak of the dark things.
I thought a bat had flown out of your ear or something.
Shh. We do not speak of the dark things.
No, certainly not. It's not a full moon tonight, is it? I shouldn't go out if it is.
Right.
The beast walks abroad at midnight.
Absolutely
young
ruined.
Has anybody been keeping count except me? I've got a tally chart here.
For what?
That's
Me
what?
saying I'm calling it a night?
8 times he's tried to call
Has
this a
it?
night.
Tremendous.
Oh.
Right. Let's go back to the top of the chat. So we had the
I'm still
Washbook
using
show
that
popped in
tiny
at the beginning.
What?
Lucius was in the chat at the beginning. There we go. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Collector75 pops in.
I'd only been awake 20 minutes and I hadn't got my head together and I didn't know if
no
it would
problem.
be good company, and then I had a couple of vodkas and thought, fuck yeah, I'll go in.
It's all right. We weren't expecting it. It's all right. No big deal.
It only happens once a fortnight and I need the company and I love you guys and I didn't want to miss out. I realised I didn't feel like it, but I didn't want to miss it
No,
either.
it's all right. You're welcome. You can always just stay in the chat. It's not
of course
no
you are,
problem.
man. It's good to see you.
All right.
We've had the legendary Blunghole
I love
and
that.
the
Brilliant.
somewhat curious and
Brilliant.
someone we thought might have been a troll, Cybernetic Geek. So, hi, how you doing? Thanks for that. I'm not sure if English is your first language or if you just
I
messing
think
with
it
us a
was
bit. Or
I don't think he was a troll, actually.
no, it was a very strange way to enter the conversation, though.
Hmm.
But sure, no problem.
I'm shaken, but not stirred.
We do appreciate nutters in this channel, so feel free to
Yeah,
stick
I
around
know.
in the next one. And thank you both for being here, joining us and going through news and whatnot. And I really need to sort of light out because my face has just disappeared. Look. Oh, he's got Silver Bolt. Look at him showing off. And Blung appreciates us, apparently.
Oh, that's good.
That's high praise. I'll be honest with you, very high praise.
Blung
Again,
is,
I'm still
like
getting over him saying that he
highest
classes us all as friends. That was Right. So thank you everyone who stuck around. Hopefully people have opinions on our. He's showing off toys again. Hopefully people have opinions on our Transformers 1 discussion we had before, or anything you think about the news you put in the comments and all that rubbish. Links to Bill, Pete, Balucious in the comment. Sorry, in the description. Sandstorm, yes, we know.
I know. I
And,
know you know. I just want you to really fucking know.
I do. And now I'm jealous. So fuck you. And we shall see you all in 2 weeks for the next one. Yes?
Yes, we will.
I think that was more passive aggressive to the audience. You will be here in 2 weeks, won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Right.
Yes,
Nobody
I'm looking
knows.
forward to it immensely.
We'll hope so.
We shall certainly hope so. And
God
hopefully
willing.
we'll get more Bill. And
Absolutely.
maybe Graham can join us, or Blung if he feels like it. They can pop in. We can have a natter.
The mother bloody Mary.
Absolutely. I think we can go up to 10. So
These are all good people. Let's fucking have them.
yeah. Apologies for thinking you're a bit of a troll cybernetic geek. It was a very strange way to join the chat, but yeah,
I never
welcome.
It wasn't unusual. I quite enjoyed it.
Don't put that on me because I didn't think that.
No?
I didn't even
Okay.
know.
I did, but that's why I'm so sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry.
distracted, to be fair.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Hey, look, I got
No.
plastic. Catch you on the
Yeah.
eye.